What's up, everybody? We're back on another episode of Tell Me. You followed us yesterday. It was a wild day yesterday. 10-game slate, action packed. First game of the night was the Celtics 5.5. They ended up winning in overtime by 7 in a nail biter. Great game. Both number one teams face each other. The Celtics ended up on top, remaining number one in the league. Kings, they got the revenge game against Charlotte. Pacers got it done without Halliburton. I did say yesterday the bias in me was probably going to run with the 4.5. I said, but you guys should all take the Thunder money line. But I said I was probably going to run with the Heat plus the 4.5. But I did tell everybody the Thunder were going to probably win that game. That you should all run with the Thunder. Pistons and the Spurs game, I stayed completely away from the two worst teams in the league. I said, hey, maybe the Pistons will get their fourth win against the second worst team in the league. Didn't happen. 76ers came up short. Should have known. Can't win without Joel Embiid. No Embiid, no Sixers. Rockets, they ended up covering. When the line opened up, it was at 4.5. And then right before game time, it jumped to 5.5. That was after Zach LaVine was confirmed to play for the Chicago Bulls. They ended up winning. They ended up losing in overtime by 5. So if you did take the spread before game time, you did end up covering that spread by half a point. Pelicans, told you guys that line was really weird. I don't know why. I've been telling everybody that the Warriors are just not the same anymore. That dynasty is on the way down. Time to rebuild and clean house. Pelicans +1. That was easy money. They took them boys behind the freaking shed, and man, it was ugly. The Nuggets, disappointed. They might be the milk boys of the day. Straight up on a milk carton. Lost to the Jazz. Jazz been rolling lately, man. They just beat the Bucks in Milwaukee, and then they just came back home tonight where they play their best basketball, and they beat Joker, the reigning champs. And we missed that game. In the last game of the night, the Raptors covered the 10 points against the Clippers. They lost by 6 without Pascal. So, yeah, man, I love to fade the Clippers. I just think they're pretty overrated. But that's a quick recap of yesterday. We got a nice short slate today, 5 games only. Going to try and keep it quick and easy for you all. First game up, we got a game at 2 p.m. playing in Paris. It's one of the global games. The Brooklyn Nets, versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. In this game, we've got a couple of injuries still. No Darius Garland, no Evan Mobley. Ben Simmons still out. This is a little bit of a tough game. Both of these teams are pretty much around the same. They're pretty even. Cleveland Cavaliers are a little bit better, I think. We know the Brooklyn Nets. We don't trust them on the road. Brooklyn Nets on the road are 7-11 ATS. And Cleveland Cavaliers, we know they play their best basketball at home. But technically, this isn't really a home game for either one of them as they're playing in Paris. So this might be a little bit more of a coin toss game, and I think that's why the spread is why it is at 3.5. But I'm going to go with most likely. Let me just check something. I think, over the last, let's check it out. Over the last 10 games, Cleveland is 7-3 over their last 10. And Brooklyn is, let's check out Brooklyn. Brooklyn they're 3-7 over the last 10. So yeah, man, I don't trust the Nets right now in this position. I'm gonna ride with Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers on the money line. Maybe I won't lay the points. They should probably cover it, but I think Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs pull it off today. Next game up, we got the Boston Celtics on a back-to-back tonight playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. This game I am going to be tuning in tonight. It's going to be the best game of the night. We got the number 1 team versus the number 2 team in the East. Boston Celtics on a back-to-back. Only thing I would take into consideration on this is the Boston Celtics don't play their best basketball on the road. Yes, they are the number 1 team in the league, but all of their 8 losses have come on the road this year. They are still undefeated at home where they play their best basketball. They just also were playing in an overtime game against the number 1 team on the West. So they might be a little exhausted coming in tomorrow on a back-to-back. Now they got to face the number 2 team on the East. So that, they're in a little bit of a tough run right now. So I guess this is where it proves how good they really are. And I believe that they are the best team in the NBA currently, as it shows. So I think that, the Bucks, they have been a complete mess lately. As we've seen, they've lost to teams that they had no business losing to over their last 5. I think they're 1-5 over their last 5. So maybe things are supposed to turn around for them at some point. You got Giannis and Damian Lillard over there, 2 mega stars who can absolutely take control of a game at any moment. But they've just been in a real bad slump right now. And other than the two of them, the supporting cast just hasn't been stepping up. So Boston Celtics, they're really deep. They play good defense. Drew Holiday going back up against his old team tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they're going to make it really difficult. I think it's going to be a good game. Giannis and them, they're going to come out with that energy because they know that they haven't been playing well. But ultimately, I'm going to rock with the Celtics. I know they're on a back-to-back. I know they're playing away, but I just can't trust the Bucks at this moment. Maybe this is the turnaround game for the Bucks. Maybe I'm wrong. This could be a coin toss game, but I'm leaning toward not leaning. I'm going to go with the Celtics tonight, and that's just my pick. I don't know if I'm going to roll with the 5.5. They might cover. Let me just check the Bucks ATS real quick. The Milwaukee Bucks. They are currently 7-13 ATS on at home, so really not that good of a cover team at home. While the Celtics, they're 7-10 and 2 ATS on the road. So both of these teams are not in the best spot tonight. So it is going to be a really good game, is what I'm expecting. But ultimately, I think that the Celtics are just deeper, and I think Jason Tatum and them guys get it done tonight. Next game up, we got the Portland Trailblazers playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder Dogs are no Thunder Dogs tonight. They're also on a back-to-back. They just played Miami in Miami last night. They did get it done. That was also a close game. They ended up winning by, I think, 8. Tough game for them. Now they're going back home tonight where they play their best basketball. They are the best ATS team in the league. In my opinion, they're the second, I think they're the best team in the West right now. I think the Timberwolves are the house of disappointments. They're a little overrated to me. They did put up a fight tonight against Boston, but Boston was missing Porzingis, and I think that game would have went a different way if he was playing. Probably wouldn't have went to overtime. But Oklahoma City Thunder, they are currently at home 14-5 ATS. So they cover spreads at home. They are a money-making team. We've been making money on the Thunder all season long. And even on the back-to-back, they got it done on the road last night. They're coming home tonight where they play their best basketball. We know the Portland Trailblazers are just not that good. I believe this may be the lock of the night, but I don't like laying double-digit spreads, as you all know. So I'm probably not going to lay the 13.5. Do I think they can blow them out of the gym tonight? Absolutely. But you know how I feel about double-digit spreads. I'm just not comfortable with them. So maybe we can buy the points down a little bit on this game, maybe to about on here on Hard Rock at Bet. I can get it down to about -9, which is still a double-digit spread because they'd have to win by 10 to cover that. So I really still don't feel 100% comfortable with it, even though they beat Miami tonight, who is a much better team than the Portland Trailblazers. They beat them by 8 in Miami. Now they're playing at home, so they should definitely cover by double digits tonight. But they are on a back-to-back with travel, and they did play a tough game in Miami last night. But I don't think that should really matter. Those guys are young, the youngest team in the NBA currently, and I think they're probably one of the best teams in the NBA right now. So I guess if you want to lay the 13.5, if you got the balls to lay it, lay it. If not, roll with the Thunder money line if you're going to put them on a parlay. Next game up, we got the New York Knicks playing in Dallas. Dallas, they were the milk carton boys yesterday. Well, 2 nights ago, got blown out at home with Kyrie and Luka playing against the Memphis Grizzlies without John Morant, without Jaren Jackson. It was an absolute disgrace to see, and it was just bad basketball. And I'm sure everyone was on the Mavericks that night, and Vegas took everybody that night. So I'm not rolling with them tonight. They're giving 4.5. The Knicks are 5 in a row since the trade. They're on a streak right now. I think they might have the longest active streak right now in the NBA. They have been rolling since the trade. I mean, it's worked out really well for them and Toronto. Toronto lost tonight, but they covered the spread, and their best player didn't play tonight. So both of these teams have been rolling since the trade. And I do think that the Knicks might be the play of the day to cover the 4.5 in Dallas. This might be a bounce back game for Dallas, is what they're thinking, but Luka Doncic is out tonight, and obviously that is the biggest factor in this game. No Luka, no Mavs. Kyrie is going to come out tonight. He's going to probably go crazy, but I don't trust the supporting cast after what I've seen the last few games. And the Knicks, they've been hot. No reason to fade them right now. So give me the Knicks tonight, quick and easy. I'm not going to go too much more into that one. Last game of the night, we got the Phoenix Suns versus the LA Lakers playing in LA. This game I will also be tuning into tonight. This is going to be a really good game. We got KD versus LeBron, 2 rivals. They face each other in the finals 3 times. Every time they play, it's a battle. And this spread at -1.5 is exactly where I believe it should be. because this game should be a nail biter. Um, both of these teams are just about the same in record wise. I think they both have 19 wins at this moment. Yep, they're both 19. Suns are 19 and 18. Lakers are 19 and 19. Lakers sit at ninth in the West. Suns sit at eighth in the West. This is going to be a really good game. But of course, we got to look out for the injury report for the Lakers. We have Gabe Vincent is out. Cam Reddish is game time decision. I'm sure he's going to play. LeBron, game time decision. James is most likely going to play. I don't think he's going to duck that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant smoke. He's going to want all of that tonight. Rui Hachimura is game time decision. That is a big deal. He does play really good defense. They're going to need him tonight. And Anthony Day-to-Day Davis, he's always on the injury report. He's most likely going to suit up tonight, and they're going to need him. They're going to need all these guys. It's a must-win game for the Lakers. The Phoenix Suns cannot trust them. They're also milk carton boys this week. They have lost games that they shouldn't have lost to. And I don't believe in them. They're just not that deep. The Lakers haven't been playing well either, but they're starting to get the ball rolling over the last couple of games. They got a couple of wins. Got one over the Clippers the other night. So I don't really see. I don't know. This game probably won't make it onto my final play because I do see a spot where the Suns could win. The Lakers haven't been playing great, but they did win their last game, so maybe that's some motivation for them to keep moving forward and keep the momentum rolling. And LeBron is at home today. Um, Tough game. Really tough. The Lakers are 5-2 against opponents in the Pacific Division, and the Suns are 3-7 against opponents in the Pacific Division this season. This will be the fourth time this season that they're going to meet up. The last time that they played, the Lakers won 106-103 in the nail biter, and I'm expecting the same type of outcome tonight as well. Anthony Davis is playing out of his mind lately. He's just playing phenomenal basketball, and I love to see it. LeBron still in his prime at 39 years old. It's just incredible. The guy is a freak. And then you got Kevin Durant on the other hand. He's still playing in his prime as well. You know, he's unguardable. He's unstoppable. And I think we're in for a really good game tonight. But if I have to take this game, I'm going to go with LeGoat, man. LeGreat. I'm going to go with LeGreat tonight at home. I'm not going to make it onto my final parlay. If I bet it, I'll probably bet it separately or maybe on a $5 try and call it all ticket maybe. But that's my thoughts. That's my picks. Real quick and easy. 5-game slate tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any updates in the games before the game happens, I will be posting on X. Make sure to follow me there. And don't forget to tell me, don't fail me. And let's win some money tonight.